The Insight Law process. I'm a big believer that process produces predictable results, and the first step in our process is the Truth About Estate Planning small group client orientation meeting. There's no charge for the meeting, and I go through our process, our philosophy, different fee options, and how do you work with the firm. One of the big questions that people ask is, how much does it cost to do an estate plan? And that's an important question, but there's about a dozen other questions that you should be asking that you may not know, and that's what we cover in that program. The next step in the process is the Discovery Dialogue. The Discovery Dialogue is run by one of our associate attorneys or our funding coordinator, and the purpose of the Discovery Dialogue is to review your personal information form, make sure that we have a concise picture of your current estate and how assets are titled. We go through a short goal setting exercise with you. We'll quote you a fee range, what we think that the services will cost you.
At the Discovery Dialogue, we really take time to get to know the clients individually on a more personal level. We talk about their estate planning goals, their roles, the people that might be involved in their plan. We then take a look at all their personal information and match it with our process to see if it would be a good fit.
After the Discovery Dialogue is the initial interview, and that's with me. At the initial interview, we go through a specific scope of services, what we're providing, the legal services, an exact fee quote, going through law firm commitments and also client commitments and deciding whether it's a good fit. The next meeting after the initial interview is a design meeting. The design meeting lasts between 2 to 4 hours, and the purpose of the design meeting is that we make sure that we get your instructions clearly documented. The way that we do this is I have stories that I tell to get through legal concepts. We use visuals and boards. It's very interactive, and I almost call it like the trip to the eye doctor, where you're deciding which option do I like better, one or two. So we're co-creating the plan. After the design meeting is a delivery meeting. At the delivery meeting is where we go through and review your legal documents, make sure you understand the legal documents. If everything looks good, we formalize it, witness it, and make sure that everything gets executed properly.
At this meeting, we will be reviewing all of your legal documents to make sure that they say exactly what you want. We will also have a printed design template for you from your design meeting and show you exactly where each legal document corresponds to the design template. The goal of the delivery meeting is to make sure that you understand the big picture of how your entire estate plan works. We will then formally execute all of the legal documents with our notary and 2 witnesses to satisfy all statutory requirements for execution. At the conclusion of this meeting, we'll then set up your financial integration of your assets with your estate plan.
After the delivery meeting is the financial integration. There's 2 components of the financial integration, and I find this is where a lot of estate plans will drop off, in that the financial strategy session is the first component, where we want to make sure that the estate plan is coordinated with your financial plan. Legal instructions are matching up with your financial instructions. A big flaw that I find in a lot of estate plans is that people will create these legal structures but not actually title the assets properly, and that will cause negative results. So with regard to the financial strategy session, we want to make sure we get everyone sign off on how things would be titled. And if you have a financial advisor, we encourage them to participate either live or through conference. If you want your CPA to participate, that's fine as well. We are a big believer in collaboration. We want to make sure that we are coordinating with your team and that we are focused on what your goals are. The other big component of the financial strategy session that we found to be very helpful is thinking through some of those disability issues as well. A lot of our clients want to live at home if something happens to them and they become disabled. So that's a big financial impact. And so how does your legal instructions on that end work with your financial plan? Can you self-fund? Do you have the right insurance? Have we thought through those issues? And coordinating with your advisors on that, be ahead of time, goes a long way. Because at Insight Law, we want to make sure, our goal, our mission is to make sure that your plan actually works, and the legal documents don't do the work. It's the thinking beforehand, it's the process that's really integral. After the financial strategy session is what we have the funding meeting. The funding meeting is run by our funding coordinator, and that's where they'll have all the magic forms ready for you to sign to make sure that all of your legal instructions actually apply to your financial assets. We have the Empowered Legacy session, which is really important. The Empowered Legacy session, now we're back in small group format, And that is really our introduction to our maintenance plan. We are unique in having our maintenance plan, and communication is, on our side, we put a premium on communication, and I think attorneys have not done a good job communicating with our clients. So that Empowered Legacy session goes through how to communicate with a firm, how to use our various reports to minimize costs, how to use our website, how to get your family involved. And the Empowered Legacy session is actually not only targeted towards you as the client, but also your family, because estate planning is one thing you can't do on your own, and they need to know if something does happen to you, disability or death, who to call, what our process is, how to work, so that you're not being in a situation where you're reactive mode, proactive. We've already thought through the issues, they know there's a plan, makes life a little bit easier during difficult times. That's the Insight Law process in a nutshell. I've been Bobby Fazy, president of Insight Law.